In this video, I'm gonna show you what I think are the 10 best shortcuts in Mario Kart World. Now what do I mean by best? Well, to start, all these shortcuts will be shroomless, as I think shortcuts that anyone can do, despite your position, are the best, and because I love front running. I'm also not a tryhard at this game, so all these shortcuts you can either do first try, or after 5 minutes of practice. Make sure to stay till the end as I reveal a method that makes a hard shortcut a lot easier. Starting off with an honorable mention, we have this turn skip on Sky High Sunday. This wall skip is very easy, and I bet you can do it first try. It doesn't save too much time, which is why it's not on my list, but it still looks pretty cool, and it feels great to do. At number 10, we actually have two shortcuts, as they are right next to each other on DK Pass. These two are very easy, but do save a good amount of time. First, we have tricking off this pole, which we don't even need a charge jump for. Simply just trick off the ledge and then trick again when near the pole. It's that simple. Then around the corner, we have this wall skip. Simply just trick off the ledge, and then trick to the left once in the air to make it back to the track. Just make sure not to hit the light post, it'll send you further into the air, which is a time loss. Next, we have this wall skip on Whistlestop Summit. After tricking on these rails, immediately start to charge a charge jump. Jump to the wall on the left, then jump to the wall on the right. And just like that, you skipped that whole turn. It's not too flashy, but it saves a bit of time and is fairly easy to pull off online. Even if you don't attach to the wall on the right, it's still worth going for. At number 8, we have a shortcut at the end of Toad's Factory. Most players know about these high beams, but a lot of players don't use these rails to skip over the mud. The rails at the end can be a little tricky to get onto, because the bulldozers move, but even if you miss them, the shortcut is still worth it. Crown City is up next, and this shortcut may look hard, but even if you mess it up and miss the rail at the end, it's still worth going for. Just look at that big turn we skipped. Just make sure to trick off the rail before you get to the end, as you won't be able to trick over to the tree if it launches you too far. Next at number 6, we have the Airship Fortress shortcut right at the start. And this is one of my favorite shortcuts in the whole game. We start off by tricking on this rail, and right as we enter this curve, we trick to the right to make it to the other side. Make sure to trick off the rail early, so you have less airtime. And for these rails, tricking on them is not needed, but if you practice it enough it's not very hard to do, and it's a little faster. The reason it's not higher in my list is because a lot of people take it, so it can be a little crowded online, and items might be on the rails. Wario Stadium is next on our list, starting the top 5. This shortcut can be done every lap and feels great to do every time. It'll give you a good head start, and is great for front running. Same as the last shortcut though, it's quite famous, so it might get a little crowded. And again, there might be items on the rails, which is why it's not higher. Next at number 4, we have this shortcut on Guy Bazaar. This shortcut can be done on every lap, but is pretty hard to do lap 1, as everybody is trying to do it. This shortcut saves a lot of time compared to taking the normal path, and it's great for front running, as we can put items on the rails. Just make sure to keep your drift at the end, so you can make it around the upcoming sharp turn. At number 3, we have the most difficult shortcut on this list. However, my method makes it a lot easier. Acorn Heights has this cut that we're supposed to use a mushroom for, but with some practice, we're actually able to do it shroomless. We start off by tricking to the right when we're in between these two flowers, then once we get to the second to last flower, trick to the left twice to start wall riding, and at this point, take your finger completely off the A button and hold left during the rest of the shortcut. As soon as we detach from the wall, shake your controller for a shake trick. And once we attach to the wall again, hold the B button to slow down. This gives us enough time to do a trick, because we need to do one in order to attach to a wall. Now this strat is what works for a low coin count, but for a high coin count, hold the B button just a little bit when you first attach to the wall, just to account for the extra speed the coin count gives you. This is the strat that I found to be most consistent, and I couldn't find it anywhere else. Well, after this cut, we have part 2, which is a lot easier. Trick at the first flower to the left for the first 2 vines, and at the last one, trick to the right at the second last flower. It's pretty easy, but it saves a lot of time. Next up, we have the Great Question Mark Block Ruins, which is probably the most iconic shortcut on this list, as it just looks awesome. This can also be done with a charge jump, but the other method is faster. I really enjoy doing this shortcut as it looks really cool, but it's actually pretty easy to do, which is why it's so high on my list. Now I think we all know Bowser's Castle would be number 1, as we start off the track with a huge 3-second time save. There are multiple ways to do this shortcut, but this one is my favorite and is also the easiest. Even if you fall into the lava, you only lose around 1 second compared to taking it normally, making it one of the best shroomless shortcuts in the game. Now right after this shortcut, we have another one where you cut off a turn without a mushroom, making this one of the best tracks for front running. And that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what your favorite shortcut is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.